To the shirt in a while, so I'm stoked about that. All right, we are live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota?
What up, baby? Sorry if I'm a little blurry. Sorry if I'm a little laggy. Y'all know how it is. Damn it, Dakota. Dakota Rutledge coming to you live from South Atlanta, Georgia. We're doing this thing. We went to Richmond. Is it a short track still? I guess so. But we're gonna break it down, talk about some old school racing, talk a little bit about some NASCAR news and some testing. And we're going to Michigan this weekend. Let's get it going.
All right, let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in. Rock, flag, and eagle.
All right.
I feel like it keeps like trying to catch up, and it's like blurry straight. But all right, hopefully you're just listening and not on your way to work and not watching this live. I'm sorry.
Dude, you're talking like a rabbit because it's trying to catch up to you, and it's actually kind of funny.
It's like talking really fast. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, it's like when you're talking like this.
Oh.
You know what's funny is I was waiting for the intro video to end, and then I tweeted it. And then when everybody got in, I was gonna say like over under on how much lagging issues we're gonna have with Dakota this episode, and I didn't even get that out yet.
Damn it.
That's
luckily, I hate it that it's on the production side because my side of the computer is going faster than anything I've ever messed with in my life.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I'm like, oh, this is nice, and then you're like, yeah, this sucks. I'm like,
damn it, Dakota.
Yeah, as much as I try, I still fail.
Yeah, you just lagged hard there, by the way.
I don't know what it is, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you need to stop streaming porn. I think you can just
turn the TV off.
You can go on a website and just watch the video. You don't need to stream such long porns.
I wonder if this computer pulls more than the last one or something.
I don't know, man. Honestly, what the conversation that we're about to have, if we go down this hole, is like us talking about magic because I don't understand any of it. Dude, you're so fucking lagged. You're so lagged.
Man. Well, I'm embarrassed.
This is like
I don't know, dude.
This is like being a stand-up comedian and trying to tell a joke to an audience, but the audience is deaf, so you have to wait a couple seconds for the translator to finish the joke, and then they start, deaf laughing.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to turn some Wi-Fi's off.
Perfect example of what I was just talking about. All right. Well, this is going to be fun.
Damn it.
Yeah, I can tell this is going to go well. Well, we have a race.
I'm pissed. If it gets any worse, I'll just get on my phone or something.
It's honestly, it's gotten to that point, I think. Can you hear me?
God damn it.
Can you hear me?
Well, now this sucks. Yeah, I hear you. Like, everything on my end's fine. Have you checked your speed?
Yes, and my speed was better than your speed.
Damn it. Well, that's weird because it's working.
Okay, anybody in the comments, anybody that's watching,
I haven't even.
I haven't got a comment yet either, which is surprising.
Rowdy reactions,
well, dude. That's right. It's because freaking Dalton.
Damn, going head to head with Dalton tonight.
Our mascot decided to go against us and do his rowdy reactions. So R.I.P. Dalton Good. He's dead to us. But we need somebody in the comments just to chime in and see if I'm the issue.
I'll turn my mic off and I'll stream it on my hey Andy. I'll stream it on my phone and see how bad I'm lagging for myself.
You know what? You've caught up now, so now I'm kind of
like, don't jinx it.
Kind of.
Junior even knows. Damn, that's Dalton's best friend too.
Oh, brutal. Yeah, we are. I guess we are missing this SRX race. So there's that.
Okay, we're not going to talk too long tonight. It's not like we got a whole shit ton of things. Just a Chris Buescher ass whooping.
Yeah, and it's just a Richmond race. Like, there's not much, unless we want to get in the nitty gritty of each team's strategy, which I don't understand. I'm not going to pretend that I understand every fucking strategy either, because that's what kind of race this was.
Yeah, it was definitely a crew chiefs race, and it was definitely like you had to be a racing purist to enjoy what this was. I honestly didn't hate it. I was fine with it, seeing like how this thing's gonna shake down because we never saw like one guy just straight up dominate. We saw all kinds of teams kind of throw their hat at it. Some made mistake. It was like who could have the pure like perfect race, and we saw like the best car that day won.
I mean, I do think we saw 3 teams in particular,
Show out.
yeah, there was 3 teams in particular. I think anybody that watched the race knows exactly what I'm talking about. It was RFK, it was 2311, and it was RCR. All 2-car teams, so that was kind of cool. All 3 teams that are I mean, one of those drivers is Kyle Busch, and like one I don't know. It's almost like a underdog thing just because it's not um, you know, Hendrick, but I did not hate this race as much as everyone else did. I was surprised.
Yeah, I really didn't get the hate. I think everybody's just like, I want every race to be like Pocono and nothing less. Like they want action packed, balls to the wall, chaos.
Yeah, I don't know. I was sitting there watching it and I was paying attention to the whole race. I was actually kind of enjoying it. What up, Cohen? And then, yeah, I was kind of enjoying it. And in the back of my head, I was kind of like, well, it's Richmond. This is a pretty standard race. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I wasn't like that disappointed. I wasn't on the edge of my seat either, but I was having a pretty nice Sunday. Once again, this goes back into my theory that depending on how my day is going is how I'm going to rate these things. I had a pretty nice Sunday, enjoyed myself. And, so maybe that's why I didn't hate it as much. But yeah, after the race, everybody was like, damn, dude, such a bad race. Snooze fest. I was just like, oh, shit.
Richmond should be one day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is a discussion we probably should have.
Yeah, honestly, not like I think it's up for discussion.
But if we go down that road, we need to prepare to go down that road. We're not just going to stop with Richmond.
Hey, we're just going to move Richmond one day, give y'all another date for another track. Sweet. What's it going to be? Louisiana Street Course. Wait, what?
Louisiana Street Course.
Yeah, no.
Fuck you. You're going to love it. Yeah, no, we need to like have that discussion about what other tracks need one date. And I think if we go down that road, a lot of people are going to get upset because I might bring up tracks like Darlington.
Yeah, that is a very it's kind of, I don't know, man. It is like I enjoyed it. Richmond should be at night, says Andy. Also, I think that's the other debate is I don't think Richmond should ever be at day. Nostalgic Richmond to me was growing up watching under the lights, both dates, the Chevy Rock and Roll 400 days, and it was great.
But it's also like Atlanta, where look, if you're gonna have it in the summertime, it's gonna be hot and humid. Like come on, like you should just know.
Yeah. That was another thing. It's in the middle of July. I'm sure it was hot as fuck there.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially at least the second date. Should have been at night. If you're gonna have two and you have lights,
exactly.
Like, why not?
That's insane.
And then people were like, "Well, the night product would have been even worse." I'm like, "Well, I don't see it going much greener than what we saw, to be honest."
Yeah, dude, I don't know where that comes from either. Like, what?
Yeah,
why?
like the racing is what it was. There was some passing, there was some comers and goers, but like the faster cars with the long runs rose to the top, and I'm fine with that. But also, when you're trying to lure these kids and these new fans, and they watch Pocono of a barn burner that was, and then they turn this on, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's like, not we enjoyed it because we love racing, but I think I could also see this new viewer is like, why is Bubba Wallace in 10th now? He was in the lead, and it's like,
yeah, yep.
There's teamwork.
Yeah, it's definitely the type of race that if you're not paying attention to, I could see you not liking it. Because yeah, you'll go back to it and you'll be like, wait, what just happened? I thought he was, and it was like, no, dude, they just went through a pit cycle. Like everything's different now. There was a lot of strategy. You really had to follow it. And
there really was some strategy.
And I think NBC actually did a pretty good job of like breaking it down. I think they made it better. Like if this race was on Fox, I would be giving it like a 4.5.
Yeah, NBC really carried some weight with it. And I mean, they broke down the race strategy, what was going on, what the crew chiefs were thinking.
That's what dumb people
by the way,
read,
Steve Letarte, like they were setting up the final stage, and he goes, "Here's here's what they can do with the tires and the fuel
Yes.
and what the crew chiefs will need to do. Some will try to do it like this. Some will try to do it like that. And it was like, oh, thank you, Steve.
Yeah, and dumb guys like me need that.
Yeah, Fox would have been like, boy, howdy, I don't know. Do they have fuel in these cars?
Do they even have fuel in these cars? I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, I think NBC made it definitely better. I was surprised with how much people were kind of hating on it. I figured it wasn't going to be a popular one, but it seemed like people really did not like this one.
No, I don't think people did, and it's okay. And I was listening to DJD this today at work, and he was like, and I was very surprised because what Dale Jr. says goes a lot of times, and
Right.
so usually I'm like, if I agree with Junior, I'm like, yes, Junior, preach. But sometimes Junior says things where I'm like, please don't say that again.
Yeah, for sure.
But Junior was saying like he was talking about putting resin on the track, and he was trying to give him another lane, move it up.
I heard about that. Yeah.
But he was also like, whether you agree with me with the resin or not, I think we can all agree it's time to do something. We can't come back here next year and watch this crap again. He said, every time we come to Richmond, we're like, yes, hey, hopefully it's going to be different this time. Hopefully it's not going to be just like the last race we saw. And it was every time it's exactly like the last race we had here. You enjoy the strategy calls and you enjoy like who can, make their tires last, but it's time to do something. He's like, they were like, it's not on a lifeline yet, maybe like Texas is, but like it's time to like throw the flag in there and like ask for help.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, but I do 100% disagree because Denny on his podcast mentioned that's going to make the race so much more boring because everyone's just going to be running.
Yeah, they're going to be running a train. I think there could be something to it, like maybe even on the first race, like you saw how New Hampshire's come to life lately. Is like, maybe the first year with it'll be like, oh man, this is kind of weird and different, sucks. But then maybe after a couple years, it ages, it sits on the track, and all of a sudden it gives us some multi grooves for years to come. I don't really know how this works.
That's what I was gonna say. That's a good point. It's also like maybe that's just wishful thinking. Once again, we're talking about magic here. Like I don't understand.
And also is like it's trying anything is better than coming back with the same shit.
Well, I mean, look, if they don't touch the track and come back next year on this same race and run it Saturday night,
I'm not going to be as excited. Oh, well, yeah, you run under the lights, you got me back.
Yeah, I'm 100% back. Saturday night under the lights. I don't even touch the track or put the groove in. I don't care. Just my most important thing is give me this race Saturday night under the lights.
Right. I totally agree. You don't have to make both of them. And if you're giving me 2 dates, one at least under the lights, I think if they had a poll, like, what would you fans rather see? And the lights is going to win 100%. I think that's the move. And I think it's time to maybe face the fact the grandstands weren't packed full. Pocono of all ages was packed to the gills.
I know.
Maybe less is more, It
was definitely disappointing to see after Pocono. I was kind of like, I felt like we were on a hot streak. I felt like the fans were interested. Like we had so much momentum going. Right. And yeah, I saw the stands at first and I was like, okay, looks pretty good. And then like the race gets going and I'm like, oh, turn 2, huh? And I'm like, oh, it's empty. Like there was some empty sections.
There was, and Junior said that on his podcast too. He's like, I ain't gonna lie. I look out of the booth. I see some. I mean, it's there's people from turn 4 to turn 1, but I can see some empty bleachers.
Yeah, you could see it.
Like, what do we got to do to get those grandstands packed again?
Damn it, Dakota.
Yeah, and if I was a local Virginia native,
you're talking like you're on fast forward again.
Fuck. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Take a drink break.
I wonder if the podcast version.
The same people complaining about Richmond are the same ones wanting to be how it used to be back in the day. I loved that race.
Hell yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I loved that race, but like it was fine.
I was fine with it. I was, especially with Chris Buescher winning. I think that if we see that race and Kyle Larson leads the last 100 laps, I like this race a lot less.
Honestly, for me, if Denny Hamlin would have won.
I had some money on Denny, so I was kind of like, Denny, please.
Okay, then for you, I get it. But it's just one of those tracks or like Truex wins. I would just be like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
dude, if
Okay.
that was another Martin Truex win, we would have been bored out of our goddamn minds.
Yeah, and I think that helped. That was to me, it was kind of the saving grace.
And
I
it
think.
wasn't just him winning, it was that those 3 teams, all very different, all kinda smaller, younger, all 3 of
Yeah.
them were doing good throughout the whole race. It
Yeah.
made it interesting because it brought up new names that we hadn't seen in a minute running
Yeah.
well.
I mean, hell, Stuart Haas showed up somehow.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
But RFK took the helm at the day. I think Busher winning is all around. Everybody's yay won. No, I don't think anybody's complaining. Busher won. That's super
Yeah.
cool for that team.
Right,
The resurgence of
nobody's upset.
shout out JKL from LTC. Roush is back. 2 years in a row with a win at that organization is huge from where they've been the last couple of years. Busher, very underrated. We've been picking him all year and our underrated picks, and now he's a winner. I don't even know if he can be an underdog now. We've picked him all year, and then we finally don't pick him, and the motherfucker shows up.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, at what point is he not allowed to be? Because Martin Truex Jr.'s gotta be off the board, obviously.
All right,
Yeah.
let's if hey, wasn't in the playoffs last year as we grow close to our playoffs this year is wasn't in the playoffs last year, and if they win a race this year, they're no longer eligible. I like that.
Okay, if they've won a race this year, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So Ty Gibbs actually still on the table.
Hey,
Just gonna point that out. That's a
yes,
solid pickup.
yes, that's a very good pick.
Damn. Yeah, it's gonna make me think a little bit more now.
But yeah, man, shout out Chris Busher, the Texan, went out and spanked him, and I was super
Howdy.
stoked. I was
Boy,
really,
howdy.
I was really bummed for Brad Keselowski. As in, I was happy he was an owner winning. Like at least
Right.
Busher got the win. But this was like the strongest Brad. Brad's been looking good here all summer.
I was
But
actually gonna bring
I thought it
this
was
up.
his to lose. I thought it was his to lose, and he fucked up that pit stop all on his own. And I was like, no, Brad. And he lost. I mean, he still came back for a top 5, but I think they could have easily gone 1-2.
I was actually going to mention that. I was going to say the one thing that would have been better about this is if Keselowski was the one winning. It just would be nice to see him win one.
I think he totally can, like this year.
He can for sure. Don't get me wrong. They've been. I was just going to say that they're getting stronger. RFK seems to be going in the right direction. Like definitely in the right direction. They're starting to feel a little bit, not quite Trackhouse yet, but they're starting to feel more like Trackhouse was like last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
where you're
Ford as
it.
a whole, just after the last 2 weeks,
right?
Ford looks like they found something. If not, they were kind of like, how are we going to catch up these Toyotas and Chevys? And now it looks like they're like, hey boys, we're here.
This time last year, or like there's some times where I'm like, what's going on with this team? Are they like a legacy?
Yeah.
Are they not going to get this thing together? But then they do shit like this, and I'm like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, are they just like Chip Ganassi, like leftover? Like that's kind of how it feels now. They're gonna get like 1 or 2 wins a year as a team.
I think RFK has definitely gone from like the upper C team to like the upper B team.
I mean, it is a funny ride, like knowing where Roush was and where they came from, and just the collapse that we witnessed, and now the kind of dipping back up.
Yeah, I'm liking me some RFK right now, dude. I like what they're doing over there. It almost seems like there's been the top teams and then like the B teams kind of.
Kevin Harvick apparently found Bubba's Wallace's picture last year.
God damn it.
Burn.
Yeah, they fucked up twice. And Busher's done anything. He's become set road courses. Yeah, dude. I mean,
Busher.
How far can Busher go with this momentum?
Yeah, this might not be his only win. Like,
yeah. Oh, that how cool that'd be for him and that team.
Right.
I mean, and a badass paint scheme too. I think, dude, people sleep. RFK's been throwing bangers out of paint schemes with those chrome numbers.
I was just gonna say, I like how they look uniformed.
Yeah, and that Brad's car, that built by submarines crap or whatever it is, buildasubmarine.org. That car is sexy as fuck. I just want to do a little wall riding race. I thought I saw someone post something like that. You just saw a blur go by, and they were like, "Did Larson wall ride?"
Just try to wall ride?
Yeah, and I'm like, or was he just like didn't care and got loose?
Yeah, I feel like he just got loose.
I didn't see enough evidence to show me like he was wall riding. I don't know. It was Richmond, bro. Like literally at the end of the day, I was like, That was just same old Richmond.
That's Richmond, boy.
That was Richmond. On to Michigan. So I don't know how to. I think I have a score for this race rating. Nothing that.
Well, I
nothing
did want to
crazy.
mention also. Look, we were giving a lot of praise to RFK, RCR, and 2311. Okay,
Mhm.
RFK, because all three of those teams were battling, and it was a good day for all three of those teams, and it's nice to see those guys battling up for the lead. RFK finishes P1 and P6. RCR finishes P3 and P9.
Dude, and they were struggle busing at the first stage.
Yes,
So
dude, that
I
was a
was
big
very
comeback.
proud. I
Yeah.
was very proud at RCR found
Didn't
some
you
speed there.
tweet early?
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Well,
an
because
RCR fan
Kyle
right now?
fell immediately from
Yeah,
the
no, I
beginning,
remember.
and they kept showing Austin Dillon getting his like bumper beat off.
Yeah, no, I retweeted it.
Yeah, so I
Trust me, I
posted
was
like RCR fans right now,
Yeah,
and then
no,
they
I was
shut
on
us the
board.
fuck up.
No, I was on board with that sentiment early on, so don't
Yeah,
worry, I
Dalton was
agree.
cussing.
But what I was gonna say was 2311 kinda they fell apart more than the
So
other
I
team.
literally was talking to Cody about this during the race because I threw some money on Bubba because he was looking really fucking good.
Yep.
And I knew I shouldn't have done it because you should never trust Bubba.
Yeah, never
But
trust.
yeah, Tan Hood as a whole.
Yeah, Tan Hood as a whole. Okay, go on.
I read it to myself and made myself laugh. Hell yeah, Nick. But
They ran
I
Hood
literally
as a
thought to
whole.
myself, I told Cody, I said, I feel stupid putting money on 2311 because I know not to fucking trust them.
Mhm.
And then, like, after the second stage, I was like, I don't know why I ever put money on these
Yep.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I literally thought to
they started
myself,
falling
like,
apart.
they can open like a motherfucker, but they cannot close.
Yeah.
I mean, watch out for Reddick at these road courses and what have you, but hell, Bubba might be fast at Michigan. Who knows? But I don't know when to trust him.
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't know when he's gonna show up and compete, and when he's not. I mean, he was competitive for this one. He finished 12th, so it's not
Yeah.
terrible. It's
Dude,
just outside
shout out
top 10.
Ryan Priest and Stuart Haas, Tan Hood as a whole. They that was his first top 10 of the year. Did you know that?
I did
He
not.
finished third. His first top 10 of the year. It's not, you can't even sit here and go, are they going to turn it around? No, but good. I think that is some juice in the arm that team needed of like, hey, we can do this if we maybe get our heads out of our asses. I don't know what's going on over there, but it was almost like happy for me just to like, wow, y'all aren't completely pieces of shit. Like your cars can do this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I don't know how
I
I
don't know
feel about
what's going
Priest,
on over
man.
there. I think it's time to trim some fat.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know, man.
Some bacon fat.
I've just been I've just been hearing so much about him for so long, about how he's this modified legend in the Northeast.
Yeah,
He's
and
a
that ain't no
legend.
shit.
Yeah, they'll tell you every race, especially if we go to a short track, they will remind you, this is,
Yeah.
this is
This is what he grew up doing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm
ran
waiting to see it.
27th at New Hampshire. His
Yeah, I'm
local
waiting to
track.
see it. I'll keep picking him for the LA Clash. How about that? That's what I'll pick him
Yeah.
for.
I'll pick him for the North Wilkesboro race he didn't show up at.
Yeah, exactly.
But, it is what it is. Good to see Stuart Haas up there. Eric Almirola, honestly, he was up there passing Kevin for 6th. Then he had a speeding penalty on pit road, shot his own foot. Never trust the 10 team. That's another quote. Never trust the 10 team. But then they came back and battled back to like 7th or 8th after their penalty.
Yeah,
I'm almost like
he finished right above Austin.
Yeah, I'm like, well, how fast was Eric? Shit.
Yeah, no, he came storming back up actually. I think he passed Austin right at the finish for 8th.
I honestly have gotten where I forget Chase Briscoe exists.
Who's that?
Seriously. Yeah, I'm forgetting Chase Briscoe exists. Like, you remember when Tony was in the 14 car in Office Depot days and like 5 in a row in the playoffs and 1 championship? And I know it's not the same car, but it's like that was what the 14 got embedded into my skull as. Like, yeah, that's Tony's ride. They did, Clint came over and tried not to ruin the name, and then Chase Briscoe's like, he's going in the infamous 14. And now it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
God damn it, Dakota.
Oh, fuck. We need like a signal when I do lag. You just start talking.
So, do you remember Tony Stewart? Like, is the 14 what you remember him in the most? Like, what's the number that you think of when you think of Tony Stewart?
The 20.
Okay, because that's what I was actually gonna. I was gonna be like, I
The
don't know, man.
the
He's
20.
a 20 guy to me.
I know he's the 20 guy, but the 14 car is the Tony car.
No, I
Makes
totally
sense.
get it. Yes, I totally do get it. I just made me
Yeah.
think about his old paint schemes, and then I was like, I'm thinking of all the 20s. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think of 2007, or hell, yeah, I think of 2007 Brickyard 400
Yeah. Yeah.
when I think of
Yep.
Tony
And
Stewart.
that's when I think he was the most famous in the media as well. You would see him
Yeah, the
like on TV
sexiest
shows and
fucking paint scheme in that Home Depot
yeah, the
orange
Home
and
Depot. Dude,
the highlights.
You would see the Home Depot paint scheme on random shit too. Yeah, exactly. 20. You would see him in like TV shows and like press stuff, and like that was the paint scheme. Yeah. I was actually oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I bet I fucking have something. Boom.
Nice.
Yep.
I feel like I have something Tony Stewart around here. I'd have to dig
Always.
for it.
Yep. That's what I think of right there.
Me and my dad were at Daytona when he climbed the fence and got up in the
Oh,
flagpole,
hell
his
yeah.
first Daytona win
Yeah.
or whatever. And it was my dad was a Tony Stewart fan, and it was just like so like, yeah,
That's badass, dude.
Like the place was electric.
I'm fairly certain looking back, if I was this age in this stage of my life, I probably would have been a Tony Stewart fan.
Yeah, like if it was 2002 right now or whatever,
And we were like this
junior.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could totally been a Tony Stewart fan.
Yep. Yeah, as a kid, no, but like now as an adult, I'm like, damn, dude.
Well, my dad was, Earnhardt Junior fan. Everybody was Junior fan at heart, but then like Junior really started tanking it fast.
Right.
And then my dad was like,
I want to cheer for somebody that wins.
Yeah, my dad was kind of like, this junior ship's sinking fast.
Yep.
And my dad was like, I kind of like, Tony Stewart, like right there in there, he got in a bitch fit with somebody. Was like, fuck it, motherfucker. And I think it was him and Gordon were beefing it up there early on. And he was like, kind of like me, Tony Stewart. And I was like, hell yeah, Dad.
It was because it was the same type of like attitude that Dale had. I think that worked for a lot of people.
Yeah. And my dad like just full heartedly went on with Tony. And then he was a big Tony Stewart fan and everything, like all the way till he retired.
Hey, had dinner with him. Cool guy.
Yeah, cool fucking
Can
guy.
confirm.
He's
so,
hilarious.
I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else to talk about this race, or should we just rate it?
Let's just rate this bitch. Go Texas. Go Chris Buescher. Can't wait to see what he does. Good runs by a lot of like kind of not even upsets, but like wow, they're up there. They're up there.
That's what this whole race felt like.
Where the fuck was Hendrick at?
Yeah, dude.
And honestly, I think this happens a lot. I mean, Gibbs is kind of laying down the hammer right now. They're looking really good. I don't know what happened to Christopher Bell in this race, but everybody's like,
did you hear Denny throwing shade at Seabell also?
Yeah.
He was like, that's not where we run in like these cars.
Yeah, this is like, a Gibbs kind of trap. But
damn it,
Hendricks, was really fast in the spring race, and then they were non-existent in this race. And everybody's like, what's up with Hendricks? What's going on? They were slow. And they're like, yeah, their cars are in the playoffs. What do you think they're fucking doing? They're laying low and not showing you everything they got. Y'all are all over here looking at this shit, and they're back there rubbing their fucking fists together because as soon as the playoffs start, they're going to unload the fucking Hail Mary and drop bombs and be like, where's this speed been? Hendricks has won 5 in a row. Every fucking year. They like do this sandbag shit during the summertime, and like nobody notices it. I get the 9 teams they're throwing everything at it, and he stride for a good day.
Well, what about the 48?
The 48, dude, that Max Bowman's just trying to figure out what state he's in at this point, or what month it is for
something's going
celebrations.
on with him. Something must be happening like off the track or something. Because look, I know people say he backs into wins and stuff, and
yeah,
but he's usually not this irrelevant. I don't think, at least.
No, I don't know. They got too much going on with those fruity paint schemes. I mean, when you're battling the battle within yourself, it's enough.
Demons within yourself. He needs to talk to Ty.
Trying to work, yeah, it's enough trying to worry about where you're gonna run in a race.
He needs to talk to Ty about who's got him.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that Bowman. We're all just waiting at this point. But
his parents,
I don't know, man. And that the crazy thing is, especially I guess in this model, but it's like Alex Bowman gets re-signed to like a fucking 3 or 4 year deal with Ally or to 2026, and it's like what?
Just guarantee that ride, baby.
Yeah, guarantees that ride with like minimal. Well, it's hard to say it when he had 4 wins last year, or
Right,
was it
that's what I mean.
That was
Like,
that year before or last year.
that was 2 years ago, right?
2 years ago. Last year he had 1 win.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, 4 wins the year before, but
He was
then a lot of
essentially
those
William
were
Byron.
circumstantial.
He was essentially William Byron 2 years ago.
Yeah, but William Byron kind of kicked some ass in some of his wins this year.
That's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is he got so many wins that it was just he was
Ooh, that
racking
is
them up.
something we need to bring up. What Junior just said, I forgot about that because both were irrelevant.
Gregson might be. Is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, I just meant when we get into NASCAR news. I said that, or when we were talking before the show, I forgot about that.
When you said Junior, I thought you were talking about Dale.
No, Junior Barrett.
Yeah, now I understand.
Remember he was at Bristol last year? What's up, Junior? Yeah.
God damn it, Dakota. All right. You keep lagging.
Am I lagging? Oh, well, I thought I was doing pretty good when you were talking back to me.
Yeah, it's on and off.
We'll buff out.
All right, let's rate this thing.
All right, I already wrote it down.
I wrote mine down right after the race. I've been doing that. That's what I'm doing from now on. That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then you're like later on, like, oh, why did I give it?
I actually sometimes when I'm reading it out loud, I'm like, oh man, is that right? But
all right, well, I'll say mine first. And I kind of just shot in the middle and didn't want. I think being a Busher win did give it a couple more points, but I rated it straight up 6.0.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I gave it a 6.0.
Hey!
I swear to God, dude, if you can see my phone, I swear I gave it a 6.0. That's so funny. When you were like, I shot right in the middle, I was like, I swear to God, if he says 6.0.
Hey, I was battling. I almost gave it a 5.5, and then I was like, Chris Busher won, man. Like, I'm happy for RFK and Chris Busher. That's gonna bump it up a little.
I don't know.
Look at us. We've never done that.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah, because I wrote that down right after the race.
Well, I wanted to always say it first because I know if we get the same one, if you said it first, you'd be like, you're just copying me.
Yeah, I probably would have.
That's why I was like, I'm gonna say it first. You're just saying it because I said that, and I'm like, no, I wrote it down literally.
Sure.
Yeah, poser.
It looks like Jeff Gluck's poll, Richmond got a 53.9%. So we are definitely higher on it than his audience. But not that much higher.
A lot of people just hated that race.
Relatively close.
Yeah, I give it a 6.
Yeah,
I gave Phoenix a 6.4.
So. Yeah, I was. I put the order together because me and Vince were tweeting about this.
Yeah, Vince was pretty spot on.
Yeah, we had a few that were a little different, but I have this right underneath Atlanta 1 and right above Phoenix 1.
Damn. Yeah, I just got them all written down.
It's just in between Atlanta and Phoenix for me. And I think that's
Atlanta 1 I gave a 5.9. Vegas I gave a 5.0. I gave Phoenix 1 a 6.4.
Okay, so we're pretty close then as well. Yeah. That would have been just I flipped.
New Hampshire I gave a 7.4. North Wilkesboro a 4.3.
Damn, Nick really did like this one. 6.9.
Damn, Nick shooting from the hip.
Yeah, I guess let's talk about Noah because this is actually a topic I am
what's
interested
going
in.
on? What's going on up there? I think he should have never even done this legacy deal. However, he was ready to go cup racing, and it seemed like that was the only spot that he could fit in.
And let's also not pretend that this team wasn't hyped up this time last year. Was it this time last year? I guess it was.
Jimmy Johnson, what? They're about to beat Hendricks. I remember him saying something like that. Yo, they're about to be like the next Hendricks like sub team. And I was like,
yeah,
just because Jimmy Johnson buys a team doesn't mean Rick Hendricks is dumping millions of dollars into it. Clearly, it doesn't seem like Rick Hendricks even knows where Legacy Motors Club is located. Because Eric Jones is slower now than he was last year, and it's embarrassing, and I hate it for Eric. However, Eric Jones just did get married yesterday. Congrats for selling your soul. And good, but
congrats. I'll say honestly, congrats. I know Dakota has the sanctity of marriage, even though he's been married for a while now. But
proud of him. But dude, what the fuck is going on over there? Clearly something had to happen. Doesn't even like Chevy even wanted them to like put their logo on the cars. So they're swapping the Toyota. And immediately when that happened,
Chevy was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we'll give you half off, dude.
Yeah, people were like, man, Chevy just took a hit. And I was like, did they?
Yeah, did they though?
I don't
think I was like, good grab by Toyota. But then I was also kind of like, wow, Eric's, when it was a Toyota boy. swapping to Chevy, and got a win, and now swapping back to Toyota. Wonder how that's gonna go. And it was almost two is like, are they gonna be like at 2311's speed level, or are they gonna be just legacy now with a
but with a
Toyota?
different emblem.
So, you think about it, Toyota only has 6 cars in the Cup Series, and for them to add 2 more and have 8, I see Toyota being an improvement, at least from backing.
No. Book it.
It is out.
I will bet you so much money this
I don't
doesn't
think that
happen.
even makes sense. Yeah, I'll bet money on that. I don't think KFB is leaving the 8. I don't know why people
I hate this idea that
even entertaining them.
I don't know why people like this
Yeah.
idea that Kyle
They
Busch
should put
is
Kyle
gonna.
in the 3. It's like, why don't they just put Noah in the 3? That would make 1,000% more
God
sense.
damn it, Dakota.
What? I'm sorry.
You were lagging so bad. Anyway, I do agree though. If they're gonna replace Austin Dillon, put somebody else in the 3. Leave Kyle Busch in the 8. That's his brand now. Let that be his brand. He needs it. And honestly, if you bring in somebody like Austin Hill or Noah, if that's who you want, I would give them the option. I'd say, hey, do you want to run the 3? Do you want to run the 31? You want to run the 29? Like, we got some options, man. If you want to run a different number, we'll give you that number in that font because we have it. Because, yeah, I mean, maybe the next driver doesn't want the 3. Maybe he's like, I want my own identity. Because if you step into that 3, I mean, badass marketing, badass merchandising and stuff like that. But you'll never be the number 3 guy. You'll never be. There's no way you'll ever be considered the number 3 guy. Like the shirt that Dakota is wearing will never be for you. And it just everyone knows that. So that's a tough thing to step into.
I mean, I remember when they brought Austin Dillon in with the 3, and everybody was so pissed off for some reason. Which that's hot gossip, because I totally am like, really? Jimmy's gonna go to Toyota? That's weird. Because his whole career has been with Chevy. I mean, I guess he drove a Honda, and IndyCars enlightened him a little.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he did get hooked up with Honda, so I don't know if that's changed things.
Well, it's not like he had a choice.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe he had a good relationship there, and that like pulled him away from Chevy a little bit.
Now he eats with chopsticks. So I think too. Yeah, I think Austin Dillon has earned his keep with the 3. Like I am like, 83. Austin Dillon, the 3 car.
Right.
But people still hate on Austin Dillon, and it's hard to overcome that for him.
Right.
You either hate him or love him.
I don't know if another driver wants to step into that mess.
Yeah. Anyways, I think there's only one person that should go in that 3 car after Austin Dillon, and I think that should happen soon. But yeah, there clearly there's a ride opening up at Colleague. I think that would be a great spot for Noah. He drove the 16 car part-time with them doing those part-time cup rides.
Right, yeah.
That would be a great alternative. Go back, you stick with Chevy, maybe get a little more backing. He actually had some decent runs in that 16 car when he ran them. So, there's some familiarity there with that team. I also heard rumors that he just goes back to Xfinity. And I'm like, if Noah Gragson goes back to Xfinity, we can just write him off into the sunset, I would think.
Well, maybe not. I mean,
maybe pulls the John Hunter route, but
I was just gonna say, I mean, maybe it gives him some more experience. Here's something that I think I like answers to. So I've heard people say, well, it's just because it's like a manufacturer thing. He has a deal with Chevy, and Chevy wants to keep him as a driver. Yada yada yada.
People get these crazy theories.
If that's the case, then the team Legacy needs to release a statement and be like, hey, this decision is only based on manufacturer, like. Because this is going to hurt his reputation as a driver. Other teams might not be as interested.
Halfway through your rookie season, you find out you're already fired. Is like, and it like we
and you're
clearly
terrible.
Need, besides dumbass haircuts, like we need Noah Gregsons. We need that fun, go get them like he's not afraid to fuck around guy.
He's not going to be remembered as the guy that was dominating Xfinity and battling Ty Gibbs.
He was butt chugging off tits.
Now he's going to be remembered as the rookie that couldn't make it his whole season.
Yeah, if he doesn't, if there's got to be a brighter alternative at the end of this. If he goes and like does some bullshit and just quits or something, like it's going to be such a bust and like such a sad story almost.
So my thought is like, okay, so if it is something about manufacturer, I would think Legacy should try to help him as best as possible. And, release a statement and be like, hey, he's a great driver, great guy. Like we liked working with him. It's just it's a contractual thing and it's not going to work out. If they don't do anything like that and he's just kind of let go, I have to stop and wonder. And I'm sure I'm not the only one wondering this. I'm sure team owners and crew chiefs are wondering this. Is he like hard to work with?
I don't know. The hopes were so high when he was in the 9 Bass Pro at JRM, just slaying the field.
Because what
And
if the colleague ride opens up and he doesn't get it?
yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, we're all just assuming, like,
and
making
so
guesses.
maybe he's tough to work with. Maybe these teams are like, actually, he's like not worth the headache of
Yeah.
him like getting in fights. You know, clearly he's got something going on with after
pun
some races. You know, we've all seen it.
Yeah.
We've you know, talked to him on pit road when we're like, man, what's going on with Noah?
I've been around him a bunch, dude, and it's different almost every time.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that it's not like a Jekyll and Hyde. Like he is a different person.
Yeah.
And so if we've noticed that, don't you think people that work with him every single day, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just at a certain point I need to start to wonder, and I'm not the only one wondering this, is he difficult to work with? And I think that is what's going to hurt his stock as a driver getting rides elsewhere if that's the case.
And I know it's only his halfway through his rookie season. But yeah, he likes to party. Nick
I mean, you
parties
can
with
like
him
to
all the time.
party and still be like respected at work and like get your
Yeah.
shit done.
I mean, look at us.
Like
I'm saying,
Dale
like,
Jr. built a fucking Western town for like people to get drunk and party
well,
at.
you
Like,
know, what I'm saying is, like, when he was JRM, it was Noah's this wacky fun character. He's getting beers at start finish line.
Yep.
He's on the Tega Boulevard,
right?
And when was the last time you heard about any of that? Like,
The Wendy's
he
thing.
goes
I
cup
think,
racing at Lex. Yeah, I mean, I guess Wendy's. I mean, you
at
gotta
Talladega.
you gotta
Remember?
scratch the bottom of the barrel sometimes.
That was
Like,
that was just because I
it,
mean he was sponsored by Wendy's and Wendy's spent a bunch of money on marketing though. That's
yeah,
not
it's
really
almost
because
cringy, to be honest.
yeah, that's not anything he did. That was just like Wendy's dressing him up in a burger outfit and being
But I'm
like,
saying, like, how much cooler was he when he was in the 9 Xfinity car
yes,
than he is
100% cooler.
now at Legacy Motor Club? And also, I thought about this is like all this rumor just came out like last week or what? I guess the beginning of this week.
This week, I think, yeah.
Well, then they're doing the stupid fucking package test at Richmond Monday and Tuesday, and imagine being like, yeah, we're gonna do this test for the car, and then you find out on Twitter that, like, hey, John Hunter's gonna replace you next year.
I mean, okay, so also
I'd be like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm not testing shit.
how much validity does this like rumor have?
I think it's got a lot of steam.
Yeah,
I think it's like I think that's what's gonna happen.
I know it's Bianchi and he's always pretty solid. So
Alumni
yeah.
of the show. Our boy Jordan. No, I think it's dead ass. Like, Legacy's going to Toyota. They're gonna get tucked under the wing with 2311 essentially, and John Hunter's gonna be little gay boy over there, and overshadow fucking Eric Jones.
Eric.
I don't know. It'd be cool if Eric's like, "Oh, let me teach you something. I've been here a while."
Yeah.
Southern 500 winner. I can't stand John Hunter, and so to me, him going to the 42 car, I'm like, this is the best thing that could happen to you. I am so happy for you. Go to the 42 car, and I hope you never see the sun again. They look better in the test without the diffuser. Yeah, they look better visually. Oh, speaking of which, I got a beer in the freezer. Keep them company, Rattlesnake.
All right, you know I can.
Don't worry
I
about
can
my
handle
lagging.
this. Yeah, exactly. It actually might get better now. Thank God he's gone. Yeah, it's just a difficult situation for Noah. When he took the job with Legacy, it's easy to look back at now and be like, well, that was stupid, you know. But at the time, there was a lot of hype around that team and the reorganization that they were doing. His teammate was Eric Jones, who's an underrated, very talented driver. We had a lot of hype. It seemed to have a lot of potential about what the team was going to become. It seemed like they could have been a Trackhouse or a 2311. Obviously, looking back now, that wasn't the case. So I don't fault him for taking that job. I just don't know if it's a terrible idea for him to just go back to Xfinity and just enjoy a nice career, tearing it up in Xfinity, partying, being famous, because he was way more famous in Xfinity. You would see 9 merch and it was like Chase Elliott. No, that's Noah Gragson merch. So
that'd be sick.
When have you seen a Cup Noah Gragson merch? Like, honestly,
I've seen some weirdos out there, dude.
have you?
I know.
I don't know if I've seen a single.
I've seen it, and it's pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still got the little cult fan base. They're just a lot more quiet now.
They're very quiet.
They're
I
very
still
quiet.
see some 9 Noah gear. Like, he had
Yeah.
so much merch when he was in the
That
9.
little NG logo. I don't know,
So,
man. I
if
can't
he
imagine sales are through the roof as they
if
used
he
to be.
goes back to Xfinity and has that kind of career again and does that for, like, 5 years until he's older and there's a quality Cup ride that opens up, that's not a bad move for him. If he goes to Cull League and does
Yeah, but I mean,
nothing
or he goes back and then all these new kids come up that are cheaper and have sponsors, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think he's still got a good relationship with Bass Pro as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think Bass Pro is like on his driver suit still, like the little logo.
Yeah, I guess that would be really telling if when he leaves Legacy, if Bass Pro doesn't go with him. That would be like,
Yeah, I don't know. Or the saga of Noah Gragson. Let's see what happens. Something to keep an eye on. Godspeed, Noah. We hope you the best. I don't know, man. I think each year we get a little silly season gossip, and it's like, what's gonna happen?
yeah. I mean, I was not expecting the Noah thing, though. I don't know if anybody was. I know he's been struggling. It's apparent to everybody, but halfway through your rookie year, when the whole team's doing bad, it's not like we can just like point the finger at Noah and be like, he's the problem. I mean, the team's doing bad. That's why I'm kind of surprised that they're making this move. I just would have thought they would have been like, yeah, we're all struggling together. We're not going to blame
I can
Noah
see
for
2 or
this.
3 years, like, we're gonna try something else.
Yeah,
Yeah, there could be some bad. I mean, it's also just what we see, and then we hear rumors, and we just make assumptions. There could be some shit, bad blood behind the scenes, where like, yeah, he's been doing coke in the bathroom a lot in between races.
that's what I'm saying.
Burton,
That's what I'm saying. We don't know everything. Like, he might.
money.
God damn it. God damn it, Dakota.
I think Dex Imaging keeps Harrison Burton in that car. Sorry.
Damn it.
You know what I'm
Um,
surprised is you've been talking about me lagging, but no one in the comments has.
Hey, can somebody comment if Dakota's been lagging?
Usually, have I been lagging bad? And I will totally accept it if I
No,
have.
that's a good point. Nobody else has, and usually Nick is quick to say "damn it, Dakota," so maybe it is.
Yeah, that's like his favorite
Yeah.
thing to fucking say. So maybe it's just our computers beefing.
But
Probably
yeah,
not.
no. To this point though, that's I mean, name, money, family ties.
Yeah, I think Dex Imaging keeps that
Yeah.
money flowing. Fuck. I'm sorry.
I knew it.
I'm laggy as fuck, guys.
We
I'm
need a
sorry.
damn it Dakota t-shirt. Thank you, Nick. Always here to have my back. By the way,
Forever
Nick,
poor white trash. I'm sorry.
Nick, I just pay on the side just to come in the comments and say "damn it, Dakota." He's actually not a friend of ours. He's a paid actor.
You text him real quick and we're like, tell him he's lagging.
Tell me he's laggy, dude. Tell me he's fucking laggy.
Tell him he's laggy as fuck.
Dude, don't make me look dumb. Tell him he's laggy.
Oh, dude, Nick's been golfing.
Yep.
Been
Yep.
into
We've been
golf,
talking.
dude. Come play with the big boys. Dude. Anyways, fuck, we're going to Michigan this weekend, dude. Well, I mean, I had Michigan the last couple years, and last year was spicy, especially a little sentimental to me. But Michigan's come a long way, and I'd look forward to Michigan every year now. Also went to one race.
Yeah, I wonder why you're excited for Michigan.
Yeah, dude. Besides that, it's been pretty good races.
No, it has been good races though.
Yeah. Fast cars going fast. I mean, they're not going as fast as they used to.
Right.
But
it's a fast track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they go fast. Horsepower. It's usually like a horsepower's king race. Ford has won the last 7 races here. Oh shit. Am I lagging?
No, you're doing good.
Ford has won the last 7 races, and Kevin Harvick won 5 of those.
Yeah, I was also gonna pull up a stat on Jeff Gluck's poll. I was looking at this earlier. It says it's a type of track, and so I have it ranked for 2023, like best or worst. So it's like Kansas, Charlotte, you know. And when you look at the type of track, it goes intermediate, 2-mile, super, street, intermediate. So it's like pretty obvious what type of tracks this car has been racing well on. So I'm thinking Michigan's gonna be a fucking barn burner.
I'm hoping it is, especially with, okay, we had Richmond, it was still a fine race. NBC fucking momentum going, the playoff battle is getting really tough here. And I think we see a good race this weekend. I'm kind of excited for it.
The only intermediate that has been rated bad from Jeff Gluck's poll this year was Vegas, and obviously, but every other one is just top of the list. It's like intermediate and then everything else.
Remember what a couple years ago we were like, God damn it, mile and a half.
Yes, dude. And now we're like, you know what? Could we have 3 Kansas races? Can we go to Charlotte 5 times?
Yeah, actually, give me the. Let's go. Fuck the Roval. Let's go back to the Roval.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just go to these tracks only. Kansas, Charlotte, Fontana, RIP. God, man, that one's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
honestly.
that one honestly stings. I
That
kind of forget
stings.
about it, and then I'm like, what are we doing?
The past couple years, it was just some of the best racing I've seen, and it's just so sad that
And
it's
you know,
gone.
at the very moment, we're gonna build a short track. No, stop.
Yeah, dude, right. They're like, "Oh, short track, right? NASCAR wants more short tracks." And we're like, "Yeah, we did like 3 years ago, dude. Keep
Asshole.
up. Keep up, dude. We're past that."
Short track.
We like intermediates again. What is this,
We're
1988?
bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Abby, 25 years NASCAR.
At Michigan, Chris Eubanks. What are we? 25 years of what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Fill us in. We're ignorant. We're a NASCAR podcast that does nothing about NASCAR. apparently.
We have no idea. I know it's 75 years for NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
That was a whole thing they were doing this year. I
I was
haven't
about to
seen
say
it
the
as much.
7 and the 2 are not near each other. So, 25 years. I think it's Michigan. Maybe Michigan's 25 years.
You know
I
what?
could totally be wrong.
That sounds about right. I'm 30. I'm about to be 32.
No, I think Michigan had races in the 80s.
Damn, really?
I think they did.
Okay.
Look it up. Look it up on your little laptop, man. Your computer. Clearly, I can't.
Yeah. Wow. We're way off, dude. 1969. Cale Yarborough won.
I think they had races in the 80s.
David Pearson. 1969.
All right,
Cale Yarborough.
Chris, please fill us in on what 25
Cale
years of what.
Yarborough, David Pearson, Cale Yarborough, Bobby Allison.
You know,
Bobby
is
Allison,
it just
David
me?
Allison,
And I think it's probably with culture all around.
David Pearson, Richard Petty. Dude, we're the worst podcast.
No, so, hear me if I'm correct. Like, don't those names sound 25 years of Dale? Oh my God. No, what?
What?
Is it 98?
Well,
now you're really fucking with us, dude.
Yeah, now, people are just in the comments. We suck, dude. 1969, dude. We have the goats of NASCAR whooping ass.
You were saying all those names, and I was like, those names not sound so bad, fucking ass.
Oh my God, dude!
Don't those names? That sounds like a powerful fucking warrior name.
It makes me want to go back and
David
watch
Pearson,
some of these.
Cale Yarborough.
Too.
Yeah, today we have John Hunter Nemechek II or some shit.
Oh man, and they're just dominating in a 69 Mercury, 69 Ford, 69 Dodge. It was those cars for like
had
5 years in a row.
Cigarette in their mouth and
yeah,
a fucking
dude, just
fat
ripping
pension,
cigs,
drinking a beer
the little
on
helmets,
pit road.
The little helmets with nothing over the face, just
drinking a beer on pit road because you wanted to. It had nothing to do with money.
Yeah,
like I need a goddamn beer.
They're like, are you sponsored by them? What's a sponsorship?
Sponsor 69s are awesome.
I don't know what sponsor means.
Oh man, off the rails. But we'll go into Michigan. Let's go ahead and lay down some picks for these fucking kids. Next year, 76 years, and still counting Kansas for championship. Hell yeah, Chris! Shoot from the hip, my brother.
I love Kansas.
I like Kansas. I think that would make a good champ race.
I'm a big time Kansas.
I totally get the money business side of going to Phoenix every year, and I don't like it. But it is what it is. I don't make those decisions. And honestly, past this year, I don't really give a fuck what they do anymore. But dude, let's go ahead and make some picks for Michigan. I don't even know where to shoot here because I'm really leaning Fords. But then I'm also like, as I say this, watch a Ford not win.
Dude, we didn't even talk about fucking CW.
God damn it. Does it? All right, look, when this came out, I didn't even know what CW was.
Wait, really?
I instantly thought it's like Warner Brothers, like, welcome to the WBA. I don't know.
Is that who it is? I don't know.
You tell me. I thought, and then Felicia was like, oh, it's like that cable channel,
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, because I don't watch TV. I have, streaming as services and a Roku. So whatever. But CW, I do like the fact that anybody will be able to watch the Xfinity series. They're jumping in. I'm very curious, and they kind of like, I'm like, oh, whoa, hold on a minute. NASCAR's doing the production, but they're gonna play it on the CW. So I'm like,
it was WB. You're right.
Yeah, well, I was doing a Chappelle show joke, but yeah.
No, but you were right. I looked it up. It was the WB like channel.
Yeah, they had to put that little fucking frog on there.
Yeah, the little frog. Yes. Yeah, you were right. Yeah, no, you were right. You were right. I had to double check.
So generic cable. If you have a TV, you can watch Xfinity racing.
Dude, it's not
Super
just
cool.
It's not just that.
What?
If you can go buy rabbit ears and watch this.
Yeah, you don't even have to have TV.
Dude, I kind of dig that though. That's kind
like
of a
you
baller.
can watch the race in prison. And it's like that's cool.
Dude, I think prison actually they get like channels.
They got fire sticks.
Yeah, they have like real shit in prison.
They got logins, my guy.
What your grandparents have is not as good as what they have in prison.
So I do like the fact that Xfinity race will be on CW the whole season. There's not, hey, Fox has it this half, NBC's got it that half. I do not like that NASCAR is producing this because that can be super awesome or cringy and bad. I don't know. Who's going to be the broadcasters? That could also be terrible or really good. And it's also, they're going to be like, NASCAR made the right call here. NASCAR's awesome. They definitely needed to throw this yellow. NASCAR's not wrong.
That's a good point, dude.
So that
is a good point.
Like, yeah, I'm very curious how this is going to go. I'm unlike street courses. I'm open-minded. Show me what you got, NASCAR. Let's see how this goes. If it's terrible the first year, I'll probably burn it at the cross. But hey, I really don't care, man, because half the time I just record the Xfinity race and watch it on Sunday. And or I do look forward to good Xfinity races.
I just think it's funny that for the past like 5 years, it seems like we've been hearing nothing but like we're gonna go streaming only.
Yeah, y'all better get some internet because this is
we're
just
gonna
only be on
do streaming. and they said, you know what? Instead of doing internet streaming only, we're gonna do rabbit ear antenna channel, like what your grandparents have at their house. I think it's like one of the few channels that you can get with like you can go buy one of those rabbit ears and still get this channel. So I mean that's kind of cool. That people can just watch it. Like
yeah, people can say or like, yeah, you can get rabbit ears and watch it. And I'm like, well, who the fuck is doing that? What trailer park is
right? I mean, I guess it's like
rabbit ears. Mobile, Alabama, Appalachia. You know, I don't fucking know, but hey, there probably are some grandmas out there that are like, I want to watch my NASCAR. You know, I don't know.
Damn it.
They'll be passing out rabbit ears at the block parties.
Am
I fucking lagging?
Yeah, you're talking.
Did you hear my great joke?
You're talking very fast.
Oh, I said they'll be passing out rabbit ears at the block parties. Bubba's just throwing them out.
Oh shit! Y'all want to watch me for free?
I ain't even in that series.
He will be soon. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's
Damn it, I just keep stinking in my chair.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Also, they like to throw the whole "this is Ford's backyard" in Detroit. Fucking the people always love saying that shit. So I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I don't know who to pick.
Well, dude, have you been to Detroit?
No.
They're talking.
I watched 8 Mile a bunch of times.
I've been to where that house was. By the way, it's torn down now. It's just it's like a lot now. But
yeah, it's a real nice neighborhood. Clarence parents have a real nice marriage.
Honestly, 8 Mile is actually not that bad. That's the thing. It's not great, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the other places. Because it's on the edge of the city.
I've probably seen worse than Atlanta.
You what?
Yeah. I said I've probably seen just as bad in Atlanta.
So it's probably more dangerous in Atlanta. The weird thing about Detroit that I haven't seen in any other city quite as bad is just the decrepit old rundown homes that have been abandoned. Like you'll drive for miles. No, I know. Like if you go to bad neighborhoods, you'll see like some like rundown old empty houses, but you'll drive for miles in Detroit. And I
think I've seen videos of that.
Dude, I saw a like 4-story like apartment building, like red brick, old, probably built in the 20s, like looked like it would have been nice, with a fucking huge oak tree that grew through it and out of it. And that was just like normal in Detroit. That's the weird part about Detroit. I felt more sketched out in areas of Houston than I did in Detroit, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But it's just weird, dude. It's like a zombie movie. You're just
Oh,
driving
shit.
and you don't see a soul for miles. And it's just
Yeah.
empty, decrepit building. Anyway, the point I was going with was they say it's like Ford's backyard, but when you're in downtown Detroit, they have these giant towers that are just all Chevy. So it's a very Chevy town, too. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, when they were Dodge, they would say it about Dodge too. Detroit City muscle and shit.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like, I don't know who the fuck's claiming Detroit, but I don't really care either. But they're always saying like, this is Penske's backyard. Dickadur.
Yeah, it like the
But hell,
main
man, go ahead.
like the main buildings, like the main skyscraper buildings in downtown Detroit. When you look
Yeah.
at the city, if you Google the city, they have a giant Chevy logo on the 3 main buildings. It's a GM Chevy. So
I have no idea.
if you go into the town, it's all like Chevy logos. But I get it. It is where Ford's from. I get it. But
All right, I'm gonna let
Chevy.
you claim. I'm gonna let you claim the underdog first.
I haven't even thought about it.
Good.
You go. I because now okay, so we're doing. You can't have a win, right?
Yeah, no playoffs last year, no win this year.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go with he finished second here last year. He cries a lot and whines when he doesn't win. The 23 car, Bubba Wallace. He's gonna have the McDonald's the Mac Burger car up front.
Oh yeah, because his win last year was
Kansas.
yeah, not in playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's never made the playoffs, by the way, but he's honestly looking solid right now.
He's never made the playoffs.
Never made a playoff appearance. And
Damn, I haven't thought about that at all.
yeah, but he's 52 to the good right now until Chase Elliott wins.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Austin Dillon.
That's solid, dude. He's always pretty fast here if Brad Keselowski doesn't write.
And it's that type of
right rear
track.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that type of track. I can see him actually doing well. They did well last week. Maybe RCR. It's probably a
Yeah,
bad
they got
pick because
some momentum.
RCR doesn't seem to be able to go back-to-back weeks very well. But
Yeah, they're bad at that.
yeah,
And I don't relate. They've been kind of hit and miss on like the high horsepower or like the high end tracks, it seems.
very sporadic. Yeah. And you can see it in Kyle Busch's performances as well, that he'll
Yeah.
be super high, super low. But that being said, I don't know, man. I just looked at some names and I said, I got a feeling. Like the Black Eyed Peas.
I got a feeling.
That
God
Austin will get a win this year.
I don't even want to pick this motherfucker.
Don't you dare. You better not pick who I think you might pick.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna be your pick.
No, if you're gonna pick Chase Elliott, I'm gonna fucking kick you off this podcast.
That's not who I was talking about.
Okay,
I would never pick him.
Well, I mean, he is that guy that each week
I did pick
we're
him at
like,
Dover.
yeah.
No, I'm not picking that dumbass. I'm not picking a Chevy at all.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hear it.
I just feel like it's just negative voodoo if I pick him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Did you throw out that stat, by the way, already about how many wins?
If you didn't know this, when Kevin won on my daughter's birthday last year, Kevin has won
this
5
race.
Yeah, this is that race. Kevin's won 5 of the last 7 Michigan races. Kind of hard to bet against them. However, lightning doesn't strike that often, sorta.
Yeah, I mean it does for him apparently.
Yeah, but this year's been rough, man. And he's running the peach car, so who knows? God damn it.
Well, I mean, he won in the Apple, right?
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I might just pick him the rest of the year, to be honest. And then if he ever, just hope and pray he wins. We're going to Indy Road Course, picking Kevin Harvick. Fuck it, let's do it. Why not? Kevin Harvick in the 4 car, 5 of the last 7 wins.
I'm really proud of you, dude. I picked AD. You can pick Harvick. Like, this is gonna be this is our week.
Let's see what happens here. He's pretty fucking good here. If
they're gonna wreck each other.
11 of the last 18 races, he's finished in the top 2. Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I said that before the show. 11 of the last 18 Michigan races, which is that's like at least 10 years. The last 10 years, he's finished top 2 of 11 of.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah,
that's nuts. That is some wild stat, actually.
Yeah, that's a crazy average finish.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's fucking insane. Well, I don't have like a whole cool story like that one. But I just feel like maybe a Toyota's gonna win it here, not a
I was
Ford.
thinking that too.
Yep. And so for that reason alone, I'm gonna go Joey Logano.
You said Toyota.
Wait, what?
You said I'm gonna go with the Toyota, and then you said Joey Logano.
Oh shit! Sorry, I meant to say a Ford is gonna win here.
Dude, you totally. I was like, you said Toyota's gonna win here or be fast, and I was like, yeah, I think they will be too. And you
Oh
said,
my
that's
bad.
why
I
I'm
meant to
going
say
Joey
a Ford
Logano.
is gonna win here.
We had the same picks 2 weeks in a row. Look at us go.
Yeah, no, my bad. I meant to say I think a Ford's gonna win here.
I think Pitt. Well, besides Austin Cindric, so I think Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney are gonna be fast. They finished in the top 5 here last year too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I think they're gonna be really good. I think Toyota is gonna be. I think Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex are gonna be very fast.
And that's why I think I probably accidentally said Toyota.
Uh-oh. Get them.
I was looking at their names. Snake glitch. Wait, did I really, or is he just making fun of me saying Toyota or Ford?
No, he's dead serious.
No, I think he's making fun of me saying Toyota or Ford.
Yeah, actually, he's just talking about my goof up, guys. I didn't goofy. It was
Nick,
not my
say
internet.
in the comment if it was a joke about
was his
me.
internet or his bag take?
Hold on, let me text Nick now. Nick, tell
hey,
him
do not.
it wasn't me glitching.
Only it back.
Dakota
Take it back.
Can glitch.
Definitely serious. Ah!
I don't believe that, dude. I don't.
I'm definitely serious. I don't believe you.
I don't fucking believe you. Anyway, yeah, I definitely said Toyota because I was just looking at Denny and Truex's race here last year. But no, I'm gonna go Joey Logano.
Good pick. Good pick. I honestly think a Ford wins, but I think Toyotas are gonna be hard to beat. I think, and then watch Kyle Larson win. Goddamn. But I don't think Chevy's gonna be playing catch up on this one. Detroit, Rock City, baby.
Yeah. Well, if you look at last year's race, that's kind of how it played out as well. So
yeah, Michigan, la-di-da. Let's go racing. I think it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a good one. Gonna have a good little weekend about it. It's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy sitting around Sunday watching this race and my badass pair of Yeats official shades. Kind of like this badass episode brought to you by yeatsofficial.com. Use Chairgatin discount code to get you 10% off at shipping. And you could look cool at a race near you, or you badass on your couch watching a race like us. There you go.
Be Chairgatin at home.
Yeah, also follow us on fucking TikTok because we're just throwing out fucking straight heat over there.
Well, follow you on TikTok.
Well, I meant follow our socials on TikTok. Because dude,
follow our socials on TikTok. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense.
Chairgatin and me, mother.
Follow you. I haven't made a TikTok in a minute.
Well, I tag you, so if you follow you would see.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I never get on TikTok. Your TikTok videos are badass, though. I love them.
Yeah, I've been dropping straight bangers over there. So, even though they go on all our other fucking socials there too, but that's where you see it there first. So yeah, follow us over there. We're having fun. Definitely need to start filming more. I guess we'll just start paying some kid to follow us around with a camera at these races. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have a good little weekend. I hope you have a good little weekend. I hope y'all enjoy the race. I think it's gonna be better in Richmond. Not that Richmond was bad.
Yeah. Dude, that whole last spiel you did, you talked like a rabbit, by the way. But yeah.
That's the internet, not me.
Yeah, whatever you say, mate. That's the internet, not me. You're talking like Ben Shapiro.
Oh my god.
Facts don't care about your feelings. That's how you sound, dude. That's how you've been sounding.
All right. I'll go fuck myself.
No, man. Yeah. Shout out Yeats. We're excited for Michigan. Follow Dakota on TikTok because his videos are badass. I need to do a compilation, like a whole collage of your videos. I was actually thinking about that. Like put them all together and we could rank them.
I guess that'd be cool. I mean, or make like a whole montage.
Like my favorite one that you've made is Dega.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we had the most content.
Also,
I think a very underrated one I made was, it's called the Daytona 500. What's that? I don't know.
Yeah, from King of the Hill.
Yeah, I love that one. I like the "might have to make you smoke a whole pack of carton of cigarettes."
Dude,
again.
make more like that then.
I think you do. And I don't know. I like throwing the King of the Hill clips.
Yeah, make some more King of the Hill shit.
Yeah. But then I also like to just throw slow-mo clips on there and try to make us look cool.
Yeah, dude, your slow-mo clips with the fucking
Yeah,
what is that? Like the flashing
like flash. It's called
strobe.
flash. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right.
Go follow us. We'll holler at y'all.
Thanks for watching.
Hey.
Peace.